He's the stylist to the stars. J-Lo, Salma Hayek, Barbra Streisand, even Michael Jackson and David Bowie, just to name a few. But Phillip Bloch started out as a disco-era club kid in New York City. Today, in an exclusive Daily Mail interview, Bloch details the dark side of that now infamous nightclub known as Studio 54, a harrowing lifestyle fueled by alcohol, drugs, and now claims of rape.
I've seen everything, I've just seen everything. Studio 54 in that basement, it was just, oh my God.
From the super selective doormen to the ritzy rich and the fantastically famous clientele to its intoxicating mix of sex, drugs, and disco, Studio 54 was synonymous with decadence and debauchery.
The things I've seen, 99% of the population have never seen.
The club was immortalized in a film starring Ryan Phillippe. It was the late 1970s, and like Ryan in the movie, Phillip Bloch was hired as a busboy.
You get there at 10 o'clock at night, you take off your clothes, and you basically get sexually molested and plied with liquor and drugs and wild times. It was a casting based on looks, based on sexuality.
It wasn't too long before Bloch's looks launched him into the world of high fashion modeling.
From the Studio 54 days, somewhere along the line, I got discovered and somebody offered me a job and I got another job and, you just started working. I ended up with a Jordache jeans campaign.
Bloch admits sexual improprieties in the fashion industry were very much the same as in his club days. He claims fittings often turned to fondling.
There was fiddling that was unnecessary. The modeling business in general is based on sexuality. It is based on looks. It is based on your body. If anybody thinks it's anything else, they're kidding themselves.
Bloch, who is gay, believes that working in such sex-infused industries clouded his judgment about non-consensual sexual encounters. Rapes, he claims, he was forced to endure.
This was a time when I didn't even think a guy could be raped.
In one incident, as an 18-year-old virgin, Bloch alleges Xenon nightclub owner Peppo Vanini penetrated him against his will.
I was scared and I kept saying no, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that, and I kept kind of moving away, and he just kept insisting, and you just, it's like an octopus. And then you just kind of black out, and then I just really blanked it out for a long, long time.
In another encounter, Bloch claims he was taken advantage of while drunk in a shower.
It was a British news journalist, actually, and I was drunk at a party in Paris. This is a predator. This is somebody who saw me in a vulnerable point and must have come upstairs into a shower where there's a drunk person passed out in the shower just letting warm water run on him and has sex with him. That's a predator.
But Bloch says even had he been fully aware of what had happened to him, he would have had little recourse.
People didn't come forward. Women didn't come forward about it. So a guy, what would anybody think? They would not care about you. They're like, you're gay, you want it. There was that time in that period, it was very aggressive towards gays. Stonewall had only happened a few years before that. Gays had been very, 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 very suppressed.
But like many women in today's Me Too movement, Bloch says now is the right time to tell his story.
It took many, many years before I could identify that I had been raped. But you come out because you want to help somebody else.
Tomorrow, from his superstar clients Salma Hayek and Annabella Sciorra to Harvey Weinstein and his ex-wife, Russell Simmons and President Trump, Phillip reveals secrets from both sides of the Me Too movement.